Can you hear me okay back
Yep.
there? Great, okay. So, germs are critical, so we have to use specialized tools to study germs, right? And one of these tools is something called a germ counter. Has anyone tried one of these? Okay. Basically, within seconds, the germ counter enables me to measure the extent of germ contamination on any surface. So it could be your cell phone, it could be your pen or your keys. So, does anyone want to try and see how clean their surface is? You want to try your keys? Okay, I'm going to ask Che over here to help us to test your keys. Yeah, let's test it on your keys. So essentially, the way this works is you swab the surface all over the key. I'm going to help. The germ counter works by detecting ATP in the bacteria. Do you know what ATP is? It's an energy molecule in the bacteria. All living things have energy, ATP molecules. And so based on the amount of ATP there's an enzymatic reaction that releases light. And this device detects the amount of light released, and that is turned into something called relative light units, which is roughly the amount of germs on the surface. Okay? Okay, any guesses? Any guesses? A safe amount is 300 and below. Any guesses? 280. Okay.
350.
350 is actually 895.
Whoa!
Okay. So a little bit in the need of a clean. Anyone want to take a picture?
One here, sir.
One here.
It's not actually that bad. It's still could do with a key.
Here.
But I've seen germ counts actually from my cell phone, which was 1,750. So it can get pretty high. And it's understandable because cell phones and car keys are things that you don't think of cleaning very often, but they can actually harbor a lot of germs. Okay? So my name is David, by the way. I'm based in Singapore. I'm based in the Singapore Innovation Center. And we have a microbiology lab over here. And in our microbiology lab, we use a specialized tool called a petri dish to really study germs. Okay? And what I'm about to show you is a series of petri dishes that is essentially a germ snapshot in a regular person's life. Okay? So this is a handprint of someone whose hands have just gone unwashed. And you can see there's various kinds of germs here. This plate is able to detect germs like E. coli, Klebsiella, Salmonella. Okay. So, not a very pretty sight. Now let's take another point in the person's day. Okay? Let's say the mommy or daddy is preparing dinner, adobo, and has handled raw chicken. Right? And here's what the handprint looks like after handling raw chicken. So, a lot of germs. And in fact, we have to dilute this a little bit to make sure that you can actually see the germs. But pretty gross, right? You want to touch it? Okay? Now, as you heard earlier, only about 50% of Filipinos wash their hands before handling food and feeding their children. And so you can imagine, as you all agree, that washing your hands, actually washing hands only with water, is not good enough to remove germs because germs are sticky, right? And you can imagine these germs being passed around, and we all know that actually germ contamination is one of the main ways in which children get sick. Right? So a simple act of washing with safeguard can significantly reduce the amount of germ contamination. Now what about toilets? Earlier today you heard how many people actually wash their hands after coming out of the toilet? 2. Okay? And these are the kinds of germs that the remaining 8 out of 10 people could be carrying on their germs. There are a huge variety, about 5 different germs are detected here. And again, we had to dilute this, so it's actually significantly more. And these germs actually can be passed around, and as we know, can actually cause a variety of sicknesses, including flu and diarrhea. And actually, diarrhea is actually a significant cause of concern for young children, because young children who are exposed to diarrhea can experience developmental effects as well. So wash your hands, and this is what it looks like after you wash your hands. There's almost nothing, yeah, barely any colored germs. Okay? Now, okay, so you may think, I get it. I need to wash my hands with soap after having raw chicken, after going to the toilet. But I can use any soap, right? All soaps are the same, supposedly. And there's no difference even between the different antibacterial soaps, right? And here's where we come to what's under this black box. Essentially, we did a study to compare the ability of soaps to protect your hands from germs between washes. Okay? So it's one thing to remove the germs when you wash your hands, but there's a several hours usually between the first time you wash your hands and the next time you wash your hands. And during that time, the germs can regrow, and you also touch various surfaces and you pick up more germs. And those germs, because your hands are very good germ-breeding surfaces, they're warm, they're moist, they have some nutrients for the germs will grow and multiply. Eventually we touch our faces and we can become sick with them. Okay? So is there a soap that can actually prevent the germs from growing too much between washes? What we did here was we actually applied germs to 6 different petri dishes. To each one of these petri dishes, we applied an artificial skin in the form of a hand stand that was soaked in different kinds of soap. Put that on the germs, and then we incubated for 20 hours to see which soap was able to prevent the germ regrowth. Okay, follow me. Ready to see the results? Right? So you can see we compared 6 different soaps, 4 beauty soaps, 2 antibacterial soaps. There's only one soap that prevents germ regrowth over the course of the 20 hours. Can you guess which one that is? This one. And that's the same kind of soap. Interestingly, there's a different antibacterial soap that doesn't actually prevent the germ regrowth. And same treatment, you can see the germs growing all over the hand. And the beauty soaps have no effect whatsoever in protecting hands between washes. And that's why we recommend that this Global Hand Washing Day, everyone wash their hands before eating, before Milo and bonding, after eating, after playing, and of course after going to the toilet. So that's it for my session. You can stay behind and ask any questions, or you can actually proceed to the next session.